man to man, friend to friend, and I think remembering names is so important. Like if someone tells me about their kids or their wives or someone in their family, it's being able to say like, how's Kathy doing? It's so important, and knowing your own why and then learning others in the company's why. That's a huge core value.
Yeah, I want to touch on that. Like knowing your why obviously is so important for yourself because it's going to make going to work much more enjoyable if you know why you're doing it. But the second that you're the employer, that the employer knows the employee's why, that is game changer because now I know what your goals are, why you're doing this, and I can actually help you achieve them.
Right.
Like if you have your employees' why, you're able to actually start building. Like you said, it gets that deeper relationship, and it becomes like, a joint venture. It's like you have a goal, I have a goal, our goals align, and if you do what we need to do and I do what we need to do, we're gonna get there.
Right.
And now we can both hold each other accountable to those goals. So that's been a game changer. I remember when we did our GM training and we launched 5 new markets. We had a session in it.
Yeah.
And I think
people were crying.
People were crying in
deep.
the session. It got deep, and I think that was one of the most valuable things like we could have done there, and it just went so good. But what that let us do is actually find out why people are doing this, what their end goals are, and get them on a track to hit those goals.
It's so important. I wouldn't be here today if you didn't explain your why of building Junk Punks. So it is very important. It was, a main thing I wanted to bring over here was, okay, I want to sit down with every person that was here because obviously coming in, they're like, who is this guy that just got a management job? I don't know him. I've been here. It's like, well, let me sit down and talk to you. I want to hear your goals, and then your goals are going to become my goals. Let me help you get there.
Yeah.
Give me a chance to do that. And writing them down, taping them to the wall, and just going through and scratching each one off as we reach that goal, that's the most fulfilling thing about this job.
Yeah, and that's like the third part. It's like a triple whammy.
Yeah.
Not only am I going to be able to know your why, you're going to perform better, but I'm going to perform better because, like you said, seeing people actually hit their goals and achieve the things that they want to achieve is more motivating than you hitting your own goals sometimes.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
When you have a new guy who starts and they tell you what their goals are and you actually see them hit those goals, like Justin.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Justin, what Justin wrote on a sticky note and what we do with those sticky notes.
Yeah, so he had come in and I think he came from lawn care, and he was just looking for a new line of business, and
20 years old,
21, wife, 2 kids, and basically was just like, yeah, man, I don't really know where I could go with here, and I was like, well, you could go to the top, man. Like let me know. We'll set 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year. And I think the only one, and that was in September when I first started. We started about the same time, and the 1 year and 2 year are already crossed off for him, and the last one is the 3 year, and he's well on his way to being able to scratch that off as well. And we're even talking with him about franchising as well, which would definitely get him to his 3 year goal.
Yeah.
So that's been, one of my favorite success stories since joining here has been Justin, and watching him grow into the current manager of Tampa Bay into, possibly a franchise owner.
Yeah, and I think at a lot of other companies, people are afraid to go in there and say what they want. They're afraid to go in there and say their goals.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense to me. Like when I see that, like the second you tell me your goals, now I know what you're chasing towards. But now I can, be careful with the goals you set because we're going to hold you accountable to hitting your goals. Like they're your goals. Those are the goals that you told us you want to hit, and we're going to tell you how you actually have to get there. And
100%.
If you say you're willing to do the things we need you to do, now you know what our guidelines are, we know what your guidelines are, and we're going to make sure it happens.
Yeah.
So,
and don't make them too small either. Like a goal, don't make it like, oh, I want to wake up tomorrow. Like, yeah, we all hope that. It's kind of like a given. We all hope. But really reach for something that you feel you're going to sit down and reflect on it and be like, I did that. Like I made it.
Yeah. For us, there's no goal that's too big.
No,
the bigger the goal, the happier we are.
Yeah, and that's going back to Justin's goals. Like these were not small goals by any means.
Yeah.
But to do it in 9 months, what he's accomplished and what a lot of our other teammates here have accomplished too. It's really fun to see. And
It is. It kind of brings us into the next part here. This is part of my why, but core value number 5: be a punk. We are the underestimated, the counted out, the ones who weren't supposed to win, and that's exactly why we do. Junk Punks was built from nothing but grit, belief, and a relentless work ethic. No investors, no trust funds, no industry shortcuts, just a crew of people who refuse to let circumstances decide their future. In this industry, the old school players didn't take us seriously. They laughed at our names, they doubted our age, they mocked our inexperience. They thought we were just some kids with trucks. Maybe they still do. Good. Because being a punk means you don't wait for permission to succeed. You don't need validation from doubters. You don't back down when someone tells you you're not big enough, experienced enough, or ready. You go anyway. We don't follow the safe road. We don't copy what everyone else is doing. We find a way forward, our way. And we're not afraid to shake up an entire industry while we do it. Every new location, every 5-star review, every customer we serve is proof we belong here. Not because someone let us in, but because we kicked the fucking door down.
I love it. Yeah, that's takes me back to the night at the bowling alley where I was like, who is this guy? And he's telling me he wants to be the
Who
biggest.
the fuck's this Logan Sullivan kid?
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're gonna be the biggest junk removal company in the world. Okay.